Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are doing these nice bright yellow and orange extra long acrylic nails with a built up 3D flower. So I'm starting off on the pinky with, and I've forgotten, I think it's pink blush to be honest, and I am going to do an extended smile line. So I've placed a bead over the natural joint where your tip and your natural nail is, and I'm just going to build that into the shape that I want using my brush. I will go in later and file that to a crisper shape, but for now I'm just going to get that as near as possible just with a brush. So I'm just going in on that cuticle now and adding another bead, get that cuticle knee, and then just pull that over that previous bead. I'm going to do it exactly the same on this one as well. So place that bead on that join line, pat that down to where I want it to finish, and then I will use my brush again just to get that into that correct shape. So just make sure that goes right to the edges of that nail, and then just start bringing that in to the shape that you want it. So sometimes this can be a bit faffy, and you've got to just make sure that your sides are evenish, and then like I said later on you can just go in and refine them so that they're exactly the same, but you are better doing that now so you save yourself a lot of filing. So yeah, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to apply another bead near that cuticle, and then I'll just tittivate them up again and make sure that's how I want it, and yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Right, so we've moved on to this pointer finger, and I'm going to do an ombre on this one. So I'm just applying pink blush onto this nail and just feathering that down, and then just press that back down so that there's no harsh line, and then I will put a further bead near that cuticle and just pull that up so it's nice and flush and neat. So once I'm happy with it, I am going to let that set up a little bit before I go in and do that ombre on this one. So once I have done this, I will move on to the ring finger. So I am going to get the ring finger and the index finger done completely now before I do the smile line nails, simply because if you start filing onto them smile lines, you're going to get dust into your capping. So I'll do all the capping and whatnot on these two nails before I do any filing on these. So on this one, I'm going to go in and do a marble. So I say marble, it is a marble, but I'm wanting it with barely any yellow or orange in this. So if you go in like I do in a minute and I put way too much colour in this, I do want it mainly white, just go back in and add some more white in there. You can build this up a little bit because you just don't have to cap as much when you do come to capping. So like that, I just think there were too much colour in there. So I'm going to do the same down at that nail with these beads. And then I am going to cap this nail. So back on to this pointer finger, and I'm going to do the tip in this orange. So I forgot to tell you the colours, Anna. So this one is Tango and the yellow is Buttercup. So I've just done the tip and I'm blending that up towards that cuticle area, and then I'm going to go in with some glitter, which is Citrus Punch, and I'm just going to put that over that one. I mean, I do go back over in a minute, but I am just adding a little bit in there before I do the yellow. And then I'm going to pick up the Buttercup, and I'm going to say marble then, and we're going to ombre this into this nail. So I'm going to pull that down first into the orange. And these two colours look so good together, and then blend up onto the nail bed. And then again I will add some glitter onto this nail as well, and I will do the capping on this one. So we're going to file this smile line now. So just make sure your file is upright. You don't want it on a side because you'll do a funny angle, or you could actually cut into your client's nail bed or whatnot. So keep it straight, and then just take your time and go from one side to the other till you've got it in the exact shape and both sides are the same. And just do that, guys. Just take your time. And then I like to use my acrylic brush just to get rid of dust, so I can just have a little check. Just remember to clean that brush before you put it back into your dap and dish and whatnot. So I'll do this, I'll clean that brush off, I'll slightly put that into acrylic again and wipe it a few times. And yeah, that's how I clean it. You could just use a dusting brush as well, but I like it when it's wet and you can actually see what is going on. And I'll do the same with this one. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to go in and I am going to put Buttercup onto this nail. And for some reason that just decided it did not want to come off my brush, but it was already half on, so I'm going to work with that. So I'm pushing that up to that smile line, to the edge of that smile line. Make sure you get right up into them corners, and if you need to, you can just tidy it up with your brush on the smile line if it goes a bit over or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to do this side as well. And then I will pull that all the way down to that tip. So I'm just making sure it's right up into them wings, and then we can sort that free edge area out. So I am going to bob another bead on there. And I am just going to leave that like that. I'm not going to do any glitter or anything onto that nail. I'm just going to leave that just the plain yellow. Okay, and then on to this middle finger, I'm going to go in with the orange, which is Tango, round the free edge, the smile line, should I say. So I'll do one side first, and then I'll put another bead on the other side, and just make sure that again that's right up into them corners, and then just gently feather that down. And then I'm just adding a really little bit of that glitter around that smile line. Didn't go too mad with it this time. And then I'm going to do yellow on that tip and blend that up. Can't remember if I actually put any more glitter on this. I don't think I do. I can't remember. Making sure that yellow pops a little bit more than it has done. Them two colours look so nice together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I capped them and filed them, and then we can do the top coat now. So I'm top coating now because we are going to do some 3D work next. So I just want to have these shiny and nice before we do that. So I'll be back in a minute. So while they're in the lamp, I'm going to show you how to do this 3D built up flower. So I'm getting the colours that I've used, and I've also got white, and I've also got some backing paper off of a form, and we are basically going to do tiny little circles. So just pick up a small bead and just place that on your paper. It will start spreading out, so the shape should be already there if you've got the right consistency, and then just pat it till you get to the size that you want. If you do it a bit runny, you might have to go in and push them edges back in, but just keep doing them and do a few. I'm going to do quite a few colours on this, so I'm doing some yellow, some orange and some white, and then I will be back. Right guys, so they're all done, and we are going to get my palette and I'm going to put exactly the same colours on to here. So I've got the white gel, orange and yellow gel, and I'm just putting a small amount on my little palette, and then I am going to take a really fine brush and we are just going to put a little bit of detail onto these. And they are small, so you can't do a lot, but basically I am just going to do some dots and some stripes on these. So again, you can't really fit a lot on there, it just adds a little bit of detail onto this flower. I do wish I hadn't done as many patterns on these. I wish I'd have left a couple more plain, but I got a bit carried away, but they still look really cute. So yep, that's what I'm going to do, and then I will bob that onto the lamp and I will be back. Okay, so they've cured, so I am going to adhere these to this nail using acrylic. So I'm just putting a small bead of clear on there, and we are going to pick these up and we are going to place these onto that wet acrylic. So as you can see, I should have done a few more white maybe on this, and you know, for a contrast of the backgrounds, because yellow you can't really see that, but you can tell from mine that maybe you should do some different colours for your base anyway. So I'm just placing them in, let them set up a little bit, which is not long, and then I'm going to top coat them before I do the next layer. And then I'll bob that into the lamp for a minute. And then we'll do the second layer. So again, I'm just going to put some acrylic in that centre and bring that over, and then adhere them smaller ones onto the top of that. And it just builds up like a bigger 3D flower, and it does look cute as anything. So yeah, just place them on when it'll come off my tweezers. I didn't know which colour to do here. Oh no. So I decided just to go for this yellow with dots. And what I wish I'd have done as well is I wish I'd have got a nice big diamond to go in the middle, but I decided to just go for this neon pink, which I do regret for this because it just looks like another petal. If I'd have gone for a big stone, I think it'd have looked so much better. But again, my mistake, and maybe if you tried the diamond it will look a bit better. But yep, I just loved how easy this one was to do. You could do loads of these little circles before anybody come and have them all ready. But yeah, that's this set done, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.